Hello and welcome back to another video. So as you can see, we finally got it done. Delighted to have it done. A little touch and go today because the weather forecast was kind of set for rain all day. So we were saying, right, we'll wait till lunchtime, see how it goes, but don't think it's rained since maybe 7 this morning. It was raining a little bit when I got up, but hasn't rained since. So look, the grass isn't dry by any means. The bit on top is fine, but what's underneath is proper wet grass. So but tomorrow is meant to be a powerful day. It's supposed to be into the 20s even, lots of sunshine. So even if we don't get those highs here, we'll surely get in the high teens anyway, and we will get a bit of sunshine. So at the moment it's just been mowed. I literally ran out the door when I got home when I saw the mower, and I got a small bit of footage, so I'll include that after this clip. But it is literally just mowed. He's just after heading away. Overall happy enough with it. A little bit of root in areas, but you'd kind of expect that. It was probably ready to cut 2 weeks ago really. So in areas there is a bit of root, but overall it's quite good. It's like it gets better the further up the hill you go. But this is the field that I was saying didn't come along like previous years. But in fairness to this place, it did come along quite well in the past 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll see how many bales we get out of here, because it will be interesting. Not last year, we didn't do a second cut. 2 years ago, we did a second cut here, only here. We didn't do it anywhere else. We didn't need it. And we got 14 bales out of it. So I have 10 in my head. And I mean, that figure is literally plucked out of my head, because I'm no good at these kind of things. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see now how close we get to it. So we've cut about 5.5 acres, maybe a little less than 5.5 acres. So I'd be hoping for around the 40 bales. Whether we get that now or not, I'll just have to wait and see, because as I said, I just don't know. Dad's kind of thinking he'd be happy enough with 35, and then we'll cut the place near where those trees are, over there. Again, because it hasn't been cut, so it'll be coming back quicker. And you know, I've already spread a bit of fertilizer on it, and of course I just come up and shake maybe a bit of 18612 to get it going a bit quicker. But yeah, I don't know, can you see it behind me? If not, I'm just going to give you a proper pan shot of it here now. But yeah, obviously at the end of the video I'll let you know how many bales I got again and how many bales to the acre, and that will then determine whether we do our first ever third cut. Right now we're kind of resigned to the fact that we're going to need a third cut. Even before it was cut, we were kind of saying we'll probably need it, just because of the cattle eating this much. So it will be interesting to see if we do get it and if we do need it. But look, I suppose the later on in the year then, the harder it is to get the quality. But for us, that's not a massive concern, because this second cut is going to be fed to the cows anyway. If we do a third cut, that will be fed to the cows. The first cut will all go to the younger cattle, and of course they'll eat less of it, I would think, because the quality will be better, plus they're smaller animals. But it should put the condition on them, and then this cut and potentially a third cut will just sustain the cows, and that's what we're looking for. So if we can do that, it's happy days. But all I'm going to do now is give the ones above a little bit more grass. Cut it a bit tight now for them, so they'll be well glad of the extra grass come Thursday when I leave them out here to clean up all around. But they should do a good job of it as a result. So I'll do that, and then I am going to just take down the Harris fencing below, just in case they do decide to bale tomorrow, and if I'm not home from work or whatever it might be when they're drawing in the bales. I'd just rather have that done than to be trying to run out the door again like I was this evening. But yeah, I'll go see the other ones and all that as well. Oh, there's someone bulling. They won't be putting calf anyway, but there is somebody bulling up there. I think it might be the limousine heifer. Anyway, yeah, so look, I'll show you the few clips of what I have here, and we'll take it from there then. Have a problem with this little brat here now. He thinks it's pre-mowed for him. He's there thinking, geez, they're great. They really looked after me today. Mowed it for me and all, so I can just nip it up. If he does his business on that grass, he's not going to be my favourite anymore. I'm going to try it. Oh, the big mouthful. I'm going to have to try and put him back in, but I know I won't be able to keep him in there. Oh my God. I didn't actually think of this, even though I've seen him come under that wire every single day. He's going to have a great time. You'll see there as well a little bit of damage. I was unsuccessful getting this fella back in, but anyway, you'll see, yeah, a little bit of damage on the ground, but considering the weather we've had, it's not too bad at all. And that's only in patches. A lot of it you can probably see wasn't marked at all, thankfully, but I suppose it comes with the territory when you had a month of rain. Now I'm back out this evening, and hopefully you can see there behind me, it's looking nice and dry. The man on the rake is just after arriving. He's doing the far up section first, so I'll get a bit of coverage of him doing it here, but couldn't have asked for a better day, honestly. Look at that for a sky. It's about 23 degrees here right now, and as you can probably hear, there's a bit of a breeze as well, so it is ideal for drying this out. So the plan is he'll rake it now, leave it, and they'll come back in a few hours and bale it. So I turned a few bits myself. Of course the top is all dry, but underneath needs a bit of air, but a few hours of this sort of heat and we should be laughing. So yeah, I think we got really lucky with this one, in fairness. I was like an antichrist last night looking out the window wondering was it raining or were they just midges I could see, but it doesn't seem to have rained last night. I'd say it was just a heavy dew or maybe a light mist, but I don't think it'll do any harm to it with the amount of drying that's here now at the moment. Anyway, everyone's out mowing today, so everyone's at the same thing, but look, at least we got in last night, we got it done, and hopefully I'll have all the bales done and below tonight. So myself and my dad are still debating how many bales we have. I'm saying 40, he's saying 35 at most, so we'll see who's right. It will be him, he's always right, but I'm more hoping for 40 than thinking we'll have 40, to be honest. But I'll get you a bit of coverage here. I'm going to sit back and just enjoy the sunshine while I wait for him to come down here. Oh, my cat is up here, another cat. He's hunting for rabbits, and I actually disrupted his chase there accidentally, because believe me, I want him catching those little things because they are eating my grass good-o. So he's not very happy with me now because I disturbed the whole thing, but he shouldn't be up here with the tractors anyway. So yeah, we'll get some footage now, hopefully. Hendrix. Tough life. That's this field done. He's just below on the last one. That's the neighbour raking it there anyway. Dad's favourite. So yeah, it's looking good. It's not looking overly wet, you know. It's this breeze up here now is ideal for it. So hopefully by the time it comes to baling, all will be good and it'll be ready to go. So it doesn't look like a massive crop now, to be honest. I was kind of saying to Dad, I thought we nearly had more than we did first cut, but now I'm looking at it here and I don't know. I think he might be right, but look, we'll see. But yeah, I'll come back anyway when the lads are baling and give you a look at that, hopefully, as long as I spot them going off. I must go down to the rest of the cattle now. The guys here are waiting patiently. They see me, so they think I'm giving them more grass. I'm going to give them a small corner over here to keep them happy, and then once the baling is done and the bales are out of this field here, they'll get to eat around this field for tonight. We'll move them down to the next one then tomorrow for probably just 1 day, maybe 2 days, and then they'll go down to the other field for probably 2 days in there because it's a lot bigger, and then they'll have the grass just above my own house then to do them a while. I do need to get them down though, because the old girl needs to get her hoof done now at this stage, and the big black cow also needs to get her hoof done, so hopefully that'll be in another video, but hopefully very soon, because they're all following me, because we need to get that done as well. So yeah, I'll be back soon. So the job is just done. I'm trying to shelter here behind a bale because the wind has picked up something crazy up here, so I'm just hoping you'll be able to hear this. But yeah, Dad's just headed off there, and so is the baler. And it's just gone 9 o'clock, so not an overly late one, thankfully. But I was a bit concerned when I was coming up because I felt the big field didn't look to have many bales in it, and I kind of said earlier that I thought my 40 was more of a hope than an actual idea of what we were going to get. But the final tally is 38 bales. So technically I was closer with my guess of 40 than Dad was with his guess of 35. So I'm taking that as a win anyway. But yeah, that combined with the first cut of 72 bales gives us 110 bales, which isn't a bad place to be. It's a few more than last year, not a whole lot more than last year, but a few more, but surely better quality. So last year we had about, I think it was maybe 104 bales, but that was including some of the previous year's bales. So, and when I say they were bad, I was getting half a bale out of them. I wasn't even getting a bale. So we're surely going to have better quality bales this year. The fact that we cut in May is going to help us, and these got a decent drying out today as well, so I don't see them being bad bales either. So I think in terms of quality we're good, in terms of quantity we should be good. So I don't think we're going to go with the third cut. Look, we'll see if something happens with this weather and grass starts to fly up, maybe we'll consider it, but right now I don't think it's on the cards, to be honest. We'll probably just use it for grazing, hopefully be very comfortable. We use all this land up here late in the year because it's high up and it's the last place to get wet. And as I always mention, it's always raining here. So we'll probably just use it for that, and hopefully that will be the case. Look, without a doubt, I was tight winter last year, but that was an incredibly poor winter by our standards. To have them in early to middle October is very, very early for us here. You know, we'd often try and keep them out till the start of December, you know, so I would be hoping even if we get them into the middle of November, we should be fine. So generally speaking, so obviously at the start of the winter the weanlings are eating a lot less, and they're on a nice bit of ration. So generally at the start of the winter, or last year anyway, we were going through a bit over a bale every day and a half. Or no, sorry, a bit under a bale every day and a half. So we were getting slightly more than a day and a half. I would say a day and 3/4, okay? Out of a bale. So say with this year we'll have a couple more animals. They'll be small or mouths, they won't be full grown cows. So even if I say this year from start to finish we'll go through a bale every day and a half, that will give me about 5 months of bales, unless my maths are terrible. Let me check that. So it will give me over 5 months. So I'm kind of saying 165 days worth of the bales if we go with 110 and a day and a half out of a bale. So if those cattle are in for more than 5 months again this year, I don't know what to say about the weather. You know, hopefully we won't be in that situation. It was pretty much 5 months last year, all right, so it is definitely a possibility. We could get a bad spring again, or we could get an early winter again. But look, it's all part of farming. You just kind of have to go with it, don't you, really? But look, I think if we did do another cut, it would be for the sake of 15, 20 bales max. Like, you'd be looking at 6 months worth of bales then. And jeez, if they're in for 6 months, we're in trouble, you know. And what do I do otherwise? Carry them over to next year? Don't really like doing it, to be honest. You saw the pest issues that I had last year and things like that. So if I had that again, I'd only be carrying them over for the sake of it. It's more expense and not really worth it, to be honest. I'd rather just keep it for the grazing, you know. So, but look, all in all, not bad, you know, 7 bales to the acre, again, pretty much the exact same as the first cut. Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more, but look, I'll take 7 bales if it's decent quality, and it does seem to be most of it anyway, so happy enough with it. So I won't be here tomorrow when they're drawing in. I have to work in the morning, so won't be around, but look, I don't think I need to show you that anyway. So I think I'll leave this video here. I might show you the stack, what it looks like. I'm looking forward to it just being nice and full down there actually when I come home from work tomorrow. So maybe at the start of the next video I'll start there and I'll show you guys that. But we have a nice few bits coming up now. In the coming weeks we'll be busy with just moving cattle around and hoof trimming and things like that, so I'll try and record as much of that as I can anyway. But anyway, I'll leave this one here. Thanks a million again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.